They called me distant, cold, detached. But the truth is, I was awake. And when you're awake in a world that's asleep, you don't feel superior, you feel alone. I used to think something was wrong with me because I couldn't laugh at the things they laughed at, because their conversations sounded like static and their pleasures felt like chains. I watched them scroll and scroll, numbing their minds like addicts, choosing ignorance like it was a drug, worshipping comfort, mocking depth, feeding on distraction like pigs at the trough, all while pretending they were free. But I knew I was different, not better, just haunted. Like I could see through the cracks in the world and feel something crawling behind the veil, something real, something that wouldn't let me go. That's when I found it, the GrimFace movement. It wasn't flashy, it wasn't loud, it whispered. But that whisper struck like lightning in my gut. For the first time, I saw reflections of my own mind. People like me, carrying weight in silence, walking through hell with discipline, not looking for handouts, but for truth. That's when everything shifted, because I realized I wasn't broken, I wasn't lost. I was just waiting for a code, a language, a fire that could speak to the part of me the world had tried to bury. And GrimFace didn't just speak it, it ignited it. We don't rise because life is easy. We rise because we still have breath, and that's enough to fight one more day. The world sees pain as a prison. I see it as fuel. Our rituals are not habits, they're lifelines, anchors that hold us steady in the storm. I am not a brute, but a guardian of the self. I walk among wolves, but my heart remembers why I fight. Not to destroy, but to protect what still matters. The darkness taught me discipline, but the light taught me love, and only those who've stood in both know how to wield the sword with purpose. The world won't hand you peace, but it will watch in awe when you build it anyway. One thought, one breath, one brutal, beautiful day at a time. We are not the lost, we are not the weak. We are the fire they thought would die, and we carry the torch through the darkness, not just for us, but for those still trapped inside. I wake up with weight on my chest, not from the world, from within. The whispers start early. You're tired. You've earned a break. No one's watching anyways. They won't understand you. Why keep going? That's the battlefield. Not out there, but right here. In the quiet before the first move, when the body aches and the mind claws to pull me back down into the pit. But I've seen what waits at the bottom of the pit. Numbness, regret, the slow death of potential. No. Today I rise with purpose. Today I build brick by brick, not for applause, not for comfort, but because if I don't, the darkness wins. And I refuse to let that happen. I don't need motivation. I need truth. And the truth is, discipline doesn't care how I feel. Discomfort is not the enemy. Laziness is. Distraction is. That voice telling me to wait one more hour, one more day, is the enemy. So I choose to move. I choose to fight. To sharpen my mind, strengthen my body, and guard my soul from the slow rot of comfort. This day is mine. Not because it will be easy, but because I will make it earned. You were made to see through the lies, to feel the weight of truth, to carry the burden they pretend doesn't exist. And I'm here to tell you, you're not alone. We are scattered, quiet minds in loud rooms, stone faces in storms of noise. But we are here, watching, building, waiting. We are the ones who refuse to be swallowed, who walk through the fire, not for vengeance, but for discipline, for clarity, for purpose. We are the architects, not of buildings or machines, but of structure, of truth, of the inner order that keeps the whole thing from falling apart. So if you feel this, if you're tired of pretending, if you're ready to turn your pain into power, then step forward. Because this movement isn't for the many, it's for the few who endure, the few who build, the few who rise, no matter what tries to drag them down. GrimFace isn't a brand, it's a mirror, a call, a brotherhood, a rebellion, and you just found your place in it. We are GrimFace.